to get a pulse. Okay, we're good. We got the mic back on. Great job. Thank you very much. Okay, you can hear me? Excellent. So let's get back into this, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Sorry for the delay. As we build it as we fly it, as the one and only Kevin Samuels will say. So we're gonna get into this right now on Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. As I put the earphones in, we gonna get into this. So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live.
Some dude approached her that knew her and they started talking. He was recording and she didn't know.
I think you shouldn't go past 31 doing the toxic stuff. Yeah, because it's too much energy you're investing out.
That's what the therapist was saying yesterday. It was like, is it not exhausting?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not though.
So you're gonna live. You've done for 5 years hurting men. You enjoy it, and you're gonna keep going.
They're talking right now for everyone's about her putting a false grape allegation on a man. And that's what she says is not exhausting.
You're doing other things, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. Two, in all reality.
This lady's name is Victoria Everest, and apparently she did some naughty things. Some dude approached her that knew her and they started talking. He was recording and she didn't know.
I think you shouldn't go past 31 doing the toxic stuff. Yeah, because it's too much energy you're investing out.
That's what the therapist was saying yesterday. It was like, is it not exhausting?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not though.
So you're gonna live. You've done for 5 years hurting men. You enjoy it, and you're gonna keep going.
They're talking right now for everyone's about her putting a false grape allegation on a man. And that's what she says is not exhausting.
You're doing other things, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. Two, in all reality, you're yourself with a fake charge. You're gonna have to put in energy to get a fake charge across. But if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you, and it'll be obviously they'll have medical.
I've done all this. There's evidence. I've given him a clothes. He banged me, babe. Like we had sex, yeah. And he's denying that he was even there.
How can you do that if you got arrested in your house?
No, so one was for an occasion where he left.
Yeah.
The other time he was there, but he claimed that we didn't have sex, but there was evidence to say that we have.
You can.
I don't care. I want to take him to the cleaners, babe.
Yeah, but this is what I thought about. This is what I was telling you. I thought about him.
You know why I hate him? Because he's so much like me, and it annoys me.
You caught that line? He's so much like me that I hate him.
Before Preach has something to say about this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the fear that men have every day. That in this age of Me Too, that a woman can renege and say, just because you've had good sex and a man gains enjoyment or some sort of, or, is aggrandized from it, um, a woman can turn around and just say, "No, I retroactively put a rape charge on you." That's how serious life is now. And you wonder why men don't want to marry, men don't want to date, because these things happen. You get a woman who's in her feelings, turning around and saying, "Hey, I want retribution. Let me lay a rape charge on him." And in this age, those have to be taken seriously. So, to those who are really raped, they have this sort of ruse to deal with simply because she wants to take him to the cleaners. Let's continue.
I want to take him to the cleaners, babe.
Let's take that in for a second. There's more. There's a lot more to this. And if you aren't aware, Victoria Everest is a huge fitness influencer. I think she involves herself in juicing and things like fasting. So she's got a big following.
Your thing, your skill.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. Her juicing, if you follow Coach Colton, her juicing fad has been debunked. And there's nothing to it. And it's literally a bit of a ruse and a heist. I can go back and feature that here myself and let you have a look at it if we have time. Let's see how this goes. But yeah, that has been debunked, and really, there's nothing much to that juicing hustle, as they say. Let's continue.
Is that you can detect a victim you want and rape them. That's what you do. You enjoy doing it. Rape charge doesn't mean you've got a victim involved.
No, it doesn't.
It just means
I've just got one over. That's all.
Yeah, but it means you got desperate that you weren't able to hurt him. You pulled a fake rape. You know what I'm saying? So
that's still gonna hurt him. He hates that. And the thing is, he's gonna go out continuing to fuck up girls' lives. Yeah. With an assault charge and a charge, he'll think twice about what he does next time when he meets the next girl.
Yeah, fair
He'll
enough.
think
But
twice
it's a
about it.
fake charge. So how do you? What have you won from that? Though?
So what? The guy lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine. Let him continue lying for a living. That's what he does. He spins stories and sells dreams for a living. End of.
So, ladies and gentlemen, she wants to get back at him for sheer, utter spite. She wants her retribution via monetary or via the prison industrial complex, in order to get back for him for the fact that he was good enough to sleep with, and she stayed with him for a little while. Let that marinate you for a bit. We'll get into that. All this for her retribution. And you wonder why there is a movement called Men Go Your Own Way. I can totally understand we have stories like this out there in public, and men have to face this every single day because you can't do it the other way around. You can hardly get away with, oh, a woman raped me and such, unless you have mountains of evidence. Just the mere allegation from a woman, and his life can be ruined. Let's continue.
So when a story spun on him, let him swallow that pill.
Yeah, so it's explicit. She's clearly admitting to the fact that she's faking this story.
I mean, we could have a conversation about it.
But this is no laughing matter, ladies and gentlemen. Men have to face this every day and literally deal with the consequences of said things. Simply on but shout out to the man who filmed this, because he's the true hero here. He's helped a man prove that he's not deserving of this punishment simply because of a spiteful woman who she felt vengeful at the fact that a man was able to have her goodies and walk away. Such is life. All is fair in love and war, but not to her. Slap a rape charge on him so that he knows better and thinks twice when he goes to the next woman. That's how spiteful this woman is. Putting it out there, simple and plain. Let's continue.
It's not a game. I'm done. I've pulled back. I've done what I've done. I've played my move. I've moved on.
But you weren't able to. Oh my God! The way you usually like to hurt men, you weren't able to hurt him.
Well, I did, because in the relationship, I continued to cheat on him.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to play the second clip because we're not done.
No, you didn't hear that, did you? She was cheating on him, or allegedly he was cheating on her. But no. It's okay. Cheating goes both ways, except you're not allowed to cheat, so here's a rape charge for you.
Good.
You enjoy hurting men in ways that they couldn't possibly imagine. Yeah, it's something you get a satisfaction out of. It's a toxic trait. It's narcissistic. Like,
you know what the biggest
let me
pain?
finish.
Yeah,
let me explain. Yeah, it's a narcissistic thing, but that's your thing. You look for victims, you rope them in, you break them emotionally, mentally, financially. You weren't able to do that with Denzel.
I did.
Remember, she breaks men emotionally and financially. Remember that as we move forward. Remember that. One quote from the cameraman, the hero here, as we move forward. Let's continue.
I did do that.
Okay, so if you were able to break him, why
even
file a fake charge? How does that?
Even me, like, imagine he lived in my yard, yeah. Fed, watered, clean, fucked, yeah. The love that I gave him was unconditional in that time. To then pull the carpet from under your feet that alone, yeah, losing the best thing that's ever happened to you. Like, he's never lived the way he's lived.
By fake charge.
Ladies and She took him in, clothed him, fed him, as she said, had intercourse with him on many an occasion, and he decided to leave. No, hell like a woman scorned. He wasn't going to get away with it. Someone had to pay. And you knew who that was, don't you?
By light.
That was just the icing on the cake, babe.
Icing on the cake.
Yep. Icing on the cake.
I told you this one kind of crazy. We're gonna keep going.
That was neither here or there. That was just the principal thing. I want him to spend New Year's in a jail cell for 3 days, and I did it. Yeah, that's how he started his New Year's. I started my New Year's on a private island in a £7 a night hotel with my son.
Yeah. Based on that false
I don't
accusation.
care. He tastes of his own medicine. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's a principal thing. He thought he could get away with shit.
Oh, so you broke up, but he wasn't going to get away with it. So while you were in a 7-star hotel with your son, we'll not find out how she at that point. But you wanted the man to spend his New Year's Eve in a jail cell. Comment down below. Comment here tonight. We're on Instagram. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. This is the world men live in 2025.
And not have to swallow no medicine. Like, the thing is, he always thinks he's always got the upper hand and won over. That's his thing, and I just need to make him recognise that he hasn't. Whether it's fake or not, it's irrelevant. He lives his life off fakeness. That's what he does. The guy's a tramp. He hasn't got a license. He hasn't got.
And she doesn't. Oh, believe me, guys. There's more to the story than you believe. Believe me, especially with her juice cleanse channel. Victoria's got. Yeah. She's into scamming. Let me just say that. Let's continue.
Car. He's got nothing to his name. Telling me he's got a railway company, doesn't pay taxes, he's not on a limit. Like, the guy's whole life is a fraud, but I literally fell for it, yeah.
I just have to ask. So you hate how fake he is. He doesn't have any of the things he claimed. But why was he living with you then? If he has a house, why is he living with you?
Because she got some real, you know what? She got some real.
Like when you guys discover someone's a complete fraud and you guys let them move into your house and everything, like, how does that happen? I don't understand.
It's good D, Myron. That's how it happens. It's good D. The man had dreads. The man had good D. And she stuck with him for all this time. And then someone else found out about the good D and he moved on. But she didn't like that. She said, the good D is all mine. It cannot be given away. And here we are.
Can you explain that to me? If a girl told me she had a job and then she came to find out she's not in a job in 5 years, like, bitch, you're done to me. You should know that pretty early on too, so I don't get it.
He can't touch me. He can't come near me.
No, I'll make sure that I'll pattern that anyway. That's a fact.
He can't do that. Like, the thing is, it was my mistake for even messing with him in the first place, for even entertaining it. And I told you, last year was one of the biggest lessons for me. I shouldn't have
Do you sit there? You're gonna have to be 15. You've had a long 10. Yep.
Okay. I'm just letting that go. There's a reason why he stayed and the reason why he left. Let's go on.
I don't know why this is in,
Why is this
but
even there?
this is the best part for sure. I wanted to make sure she finishes her set. So good for her.
I'm not Jamaican,
Okay.
but there's some things that you can only say in patois. Bon! Hypocrite fi dead! Dead, me tell you! What?
And yeah,
crazy.
she's done this to other men. He's referencing a specific dude, but she's mentioned the fact that she did it to other men. And
You got that? She's done this to other men. She's put rape charges on other men. False accusations against other men. Simply because they wanted to leave her.
no, it's interesting. She says like,
I'm just as shallow as he is.
she doesn't get the sentence out completely, but she says something along the lines of, yeah, but the one time I decided to tell the truth and be real with a guy, this happens to me. So that means to all the other dudes, she's a complete garbage piece of shit. And she also admits to cheating on him a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So she also did scam another man. This is an older man.
Remember that? Here it is.
He's a doctor who does a lot of raw foods related content, very popular. She helped him with his social media, helped grow his brand, and start taking over a lot. And then he ended up suffering some consequences.
All this time, I'm like, where is the money? What's going on? Payout, you know, I see so much is cut. Oh, the money cannot be touched. It's all secure. I'm managing the whole thing. You know, we can't take anything out till the end of the program. So, you know, midway through all of this, I'm starting to realize now, oh shit, I got scammed. The minute I changed all the passwords and everything, and I went to change my password in Instagram, I noticed a post
Between Jason and her?
between Jason and her. She was communicating to him in my person, like it's me
Gotcha. Okay.
with him.
Okay.
I have it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing she didn't get to clean up before I changed and locked her out.
Okay.
So she doesn't even know that I've seen that.
Right.
She doesn't know anything. I have not told her anything. I'm displeased with you.
Right.
You fucked me up. Nothing
Right.
like that. I just
Right.
bang, 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 just cut all communication.
She had already changed all the financials to run through her bank accounts and everything for her. So what ends up happening is that she gets all the money from the programs and everything that's involved in terms of like raw food programs and coaching and things like that. And she just took the vast majority of it and scammed them out of the money.
So, ladies and gentlemen, did you get that? That man started the whole juice cleanse program and formula. And in came Miss Everest and literally scammed him out of his rightful earnings, rightful dollars, rightful revenues that he was supposed to receive. So basically, she basically signed all ownership over to herself. She scammed him out of his rightful earnings. Not to say that you know, he would have made any money at doing this, but it's ill-gotten gain, people. She's scammed people out of money. She's put rape allegations on people. She is that ruthless. She is that vindictive. She is that Machiavellian. She is that nasty. That's Victoria Everest. That is the juice lady to whom you have exalted. And especially you ladies, you have exalted her to the highest. I have another video that I could easily reference that says that this juice cleanse thing has no medicinal circumstances, no medicinal attributes whatsoever. No medicinal properties whatsoever. So even though it's the man's program, it's been Coach knows and goes to the fact that this may not indeed be something you should buy into, as it is a scam. Let's continue. Oh, it only gets worse. This is where she gets found out for her misgivings.
Today we are joined by somebody that has gone viral the last couple of days for something very controversial and very sensitive to a lot of people. She's here today to discuss her side of the story.
I'm in the middle of a 21-day juice fast, which has really just allowed me to just not react to things that are being saying online, but really just respond with truth and clarity.
So is juicing that makes her respond with truth and clarity? The juice. The juicing. The juice fast.
So I'm super, super grateful for this opportunity to set the record straight.
Well, the moment she did that, I thought of you right away. I swear to God, that's why I edited that way. Just her face when she does this shit. I don't know why. This is like the fakest thing.
Yes.
What is it?
I don't know, man. Sometimes people be like,
Yes, that's it. What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
Do that again.
How you do? I don't know. They tasting their own self. I don't know what it is.
Obviously, there's been a lot of conversation surrounding you and this leaked video online. Let's kind of start by, I think what we need to kind of clarify is your relationship with men, first and foremost, because certain things that you were saying in the video.
Now, you would think it's a woman to woman, believe all women, protect all women. It's the sisterhood. That this would be a video in which a woman can, be rest safe in the knowledge that, she'll be able to tell her story. We'll be able to try to cover up all that's been said and accuse of her. This would be that place. Hold on to you.
Kind of showed that you don't like men. So kind of talk me through that. Like, what's your relationship or your view towards men holistically?
So just to give you a bit of context, my mum's Turkish, my father's Nigerian. I was born and raised in London. Both my parents came to the UK as immigrants back in the 80s. My mum actually couldn't speak any English.
Please listen to this. And preach's take on this. It's just common gold.
Turkish was our main spoken language at home, and I actually ended up learning English at school. My relationship with my father was a very interesting one. He was a well-renowned journalist, had a publication called Business in Africa magazine, and I was his princess. I had a very, very close relationship with him growing up until the age of 12, when he then moved to South Africa to pursue his business and his career. And at that point, things really changed for me. The
reason I'm letting it play because it's a big old sob story where she talks about her dad, her mom, and it takes a long time before they get to the grape alligator. But let's listen to her feel bad about what she did.
Going into my teenage years, not having my father present, losing, I would say losing my best friend. I looked up to my dad so much. We spent so much time together, even though he wasn't there physically. He still was.
Can we do something? 2 seconds. Like, imagine I just graped somebody. I get an interview, still dripping, and they're asking me questions. They're like, "What led you to force yourself on
I really
this
love my mom.
And she didn't pack any Lunchables for me. I asked this random lady if she would pack some Lunchables, and she said no. And I said, I disagree. I don't think we would ever afford vast majority of criminals all these lengthy interviews. And just think about how narcissistic she has to be to use the memory of her late father to get out of being accountable for this.
Absolutely right, Abba. No, I would say man would be afforded this sort of story to justify years of scamming and years of false accusations. It's because her father left her when she was 12. So she felt the world had to pay, especially men. They had to pay. So I am going to scam, cheat, lie, steal, do whatever it took in order for men to pay. It is indeed that villain arc we were all looking for. Now we know why the she does it on principle. Now we know why men are left in her wake in terms of the scams that she's created for their juice cleanse formulation ideas programs. Now we know why, because her father, this is the villain arc, went to South Africa and she was there to make all men pay. But we were supposed to believe all women, ladies and gentlemen. All women.
Listen, my father passed away when I was relatively young. It affected me. If you think I'm fucking mentioning that shit to get out of trouble, you are fucking crazy. I would never disrespect his memory that way.
Any port for a storm? Any port for a storm? Any port for a storm? Any port for a storm for these ladies, just to rid themselves of any accountability. Period. Give a sob story, soften the blow, so that she can gain sympathy from her audience, so she can skate by with her crimes. And they are crimes, people. Crimes.
And so, me just listening to this sob story, you have to be pretty fucking pathetic to use the dead for why you're fucked up, in my opinion.
I think definitely played a burden on me for sure.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm really sorry.
Why are you laughing?
No, it's subtle.
What is
It's
it?
really subtle.
What is it? Tell me.
I'm sorry for your loss. It's really subtle.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
She fell pregnant. They decided they were going to get married and have a child. I think that's really when my struggles with...
I know who interviewed
It's
this.
the eyes.
How's this bitch trying to lie to me right now?
I witnessed the most horrific acts of domestic. I'm talking, my mum was regularly beaten black and blue. Growing up, I ended up really resenting, because I had no control. As a teenager, I had no control. I had no way of protecting my mum. And I thought, definitely at the time, maybe I can seek safety and comfort on the streets. And that's what I did. I got...
He saw safety and comfort from the streets, and that's all men must pay. We in comic book lore, we have such stories. Catwoman was very much like this. Who else? I just thought of Catwoman right there. So comment down below if there are any other villain arcs of said sob stories that have created super villainesses and nefarious types of said like. So that literally she had to head to the streets to seek revenge on society at large, ladies and gentlemen, because she saw domestic violence within the home. Whether that's true or not is another story. But when she was 12, men left. So how much domestic violence did she see? If she saw it, any at all. Let's continue.
Taken in by the streets and...
I got you.
You know when you...
Sorry, I just...
Was that the My Hips Don't Lie? Well, yours does. Anyways, you know when you try to, you try to trigger a cry? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It sounds like... if I push
Zero
it enough,
tears.
if I push it enough, maybe it's gonna and it never happened.
So let's talk about the video.
But given the size and scale of my account, I'm not the person that always is behind running my account. So the video was sent to me. And my first response to the video was that this has been edited, this is fake. And that's what I said to my team. So they then took that and said it was AI. When I realized that they put out it was AI, I deleted the story immediately. And, then went forward with saying it's a very, very real video. It's just been, it's a 7-minute video that's been edited specifically to show me in a particular light,
So she's addressing her initial response, because in her initial response, she claimed that it was fake and AI. But apparently now she's saying her team posted that with how to... I'm going to be super honest with y'all. I don't believe that.
People that got teams, we know some of them, right?
Can you see that?
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on there. Okay, so it's got my team's number on there.
Also, in a crisis like this, you are very peculiar, very particular about what comes out. You're very...
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. She followed the Saudi Khan playbook. I just want to interject.
very involved. You have to be, because now your name is being smirched. She's trying to pretend like, oh yeah, someone's putting a false... Yeah, it's edited, and they just put that out without her consent. I don't believe that for a second.
Someone would put a video like that about me. My first response was not, hey, team, take care of that. What?
Absolutely.
What did those abusive relationships look like? What did you experience?
Being vulnerable enough to take people for face value, the manipulation. When I look back at that video, because, I've watched it a couple times, and just to set the record straight, that video was filmed almost 10 years ago.
Filmed 5 years ago. It was filmed by someone who approached her and did so because his friend got a false allegation from her. So he did this as a solid to him. The reason why he didn't put it out right away, because a lot of people are going to wonder, was because the man that was being falsely accused, he wanted this in case it was ever needed in court. He didn't want it out in the public because he didn't want his name associated with any kind of big public incident. And if the video came out, it doesn't really matter if it's a false allegation. It could impact his ability to work because he was teaching football to kids. Even if something is a provable false allegation, it doesn't really matter that much because your name is still associated with a scandal. And that's a bad look for people in a professional setting.
And who I was...
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't get that, that video was filmed 5 years previous when she made said accusations against another man. Yes, she's done this before. And she just followed a playbook with another man. So immediately when you get a video like that and it's brought against evidence against anyone, people are going to take a different view of you. You're not coming in with clean hands, as said in legal parlance. You are somewhat jaded. You're somewhat unbelievable. Just saying.
Speaking about in that video, wasn't arrested and wasn't prosecuted.
So I'm so sorry. I'm just going to cut you because you said the person in the video that you were referring to was not prosecuted, was not arrested, was not charged.
In the video, you said he spent some time in jail.
I want him to spend New Year's in a jail cell for 3 days, and I did it. Yeah, the way that's how he started his New Year's.
So she had the whole process initiated, had called the police, he went to jail. You can retract it.
He wasn't charged. He didn't go to jail. And actually, the video was provided to the police, and because the video was provided to the police, he managed to get away with those charges. And as a result,
What?
Why did she? No, wait.
Wait.
So that's why this didn't go public. It was used as evidence, and it got him off, right? So wait, it got him off, and now she's trying to use it. Like, I don't even know why they're trying to make me sound like this bad person. Like,
Beno.
he didn't even go to jail. He didn't go to jail because that video exists, bitch.
Beno, c'est sûr c'est niaise, man.
Yes, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, she is amazed that her false accusations got a man out of jail when she told herself. She's amazed. She's surprised at the fact that this man got away with it. She got away with it. Well, he got away with it. You know what I'm talking about. Let's continue.
You know, that's like somebody getting
Painful.
caught for attempted murder, and they're like, why are they acting like I killed somebody?
I was charged, caution, and I had to go on probation. So I have a criminal record. And
Well, no,
As you should.
no, she's about to cry.
so I really had to pay the price.
Okay, so
You mean accountability? What are we talking?
Okay, so wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that she had to do community service, had to do probation, yet she did not learn the lesson. That is a 5-year-old secret video. She didn't learn the lesson then, and she did it again, ladies and gentlemen, because she can get away with it this time. But once a fool, I'll let you fill in the rest.
What is this?
Man, you committed a crime.
Oh my days.
You committed a crime.
Oh my days.
What are we talking about? Oh, hell no.
Bro.
I need to hide my chest from this woman. She might put a case on me.
Bro.
That was only, months into the relationship I was discovering these things. I found a secret phone in his car. There was a whole array of women that he was meeting up with, and sleeping with at the same time while he was living in my house.
I also want
At the end of the day, remember, she was cheating on him. She was doing the same thing to him. Abra, you were saying?
to mention she was cheating on him during their relationship.
Yes,
so that's
100%.
also
She said
both
that.
of them seem like they were fucking dog shit people to be in a relationship.
She admitted it. So
She can leave. This happened 6 months in, but you stay for a year and a half. Like, that's on you, stupid. If someone shows you they're a piece of shit early on and you stay, that's your problem.
I called
But remember, she's the one who's butthurt. And Lord knows she's got a lot of butt.
the police 19 times because I was a fear of my life.
I can't trust you because you make up shit.
Yeah.
I can't trust you because the way that you're going about this thing right now, you're like, oh, well, why are you looking at me all bad? He didn't even go to jail. He was not even prosecuted because they found a video. They found a video that I did. Yeah, it's called evidence of you lying.
You stay one thing, that's fine. But like making a false case to get back at him, that has nothing to do with the things that you endured.
100%.
Like, you can claim you're the victim, you stayed for the wrong, that's fine. But this whole false, no. He should be in jail for the times he put his hands on you, and you should be in jail for the false rape. Simple.
when did you decide that in order for me to get him back, because that's what you mentioned in the video, that you were going to make this false allegation?
So every single time the police were called,
This video, this English show. The video name is "I'm Here to Clear My Name." Victoria Everest. I'm here to clear my name. Make that make sense.
Called. The follow-up was made. There was a non-molestation order. There was a restraining order, so he couldn't, come back to the house. But he would always turn back up at the house. Being naive and vulnerable, at the time, I would take him back, believe his lies, and not realizing at the time I was experiencing, what we call today is severe narcissism.
No, he did not. He did not. You did not get. You were not a victim of severe narcissism. You were a victim of this. You're a victim of this. And you are a slave to love, dear. A slave to love. Women are supposed to be smarter than this, aren't they? Let's continue.
Boy.
If the other videos that we watched from that cell phone didn't exist,
boy.
these new lies that she's spinning would actually be believable.
My boy. She did not say narcissism that she experienced.
Yeah, because
she did not say
if
that.
you guys go back to watch those videos, you remember that she said she was doing this to get back at him. She wanted to take him to the cleaners. That's why. Now she's saying it's to get away. I want y'all to think, if some man is coming to me privately, all right, my friend, I would not say I'm trying to take them to the cleaners. I would say I have to keep my kids safe. I have to do all that stuff. She never mentioned any of that in those videos where she didn't know she was being recorded. Now she's got a camera. It's the perfect sob story. There's a justification for everything I did. Before.
Remember, the villain arc, ladies and gentlemen, is because her daddy left her and she wants to protect her children. Did you hear anything about the children? That is why she is a man-eater.
Or though she's like, he's just like me. He's a piece of shit. He's a liar. I normally lie to everyone else, but I told him the truth. Now it's, I got taken in by a con artist.
No, that's not what she said. She said the first time that I'm telling that I'm telling the truth. That's what she. Ain't that what she said? No, my girl, no. Yeah. And then you're gonna spin it off with narcissism.
I say to the person that was recording the video that I'm going to put a stop to this so that he doesn't go and do this to other women.
She does not mention that he put his hands on people.
Wait. You didn't get that. She wants to put a stop to men getting to the truth. Let me repeat this again. She wants to stop men from getting to the truth. And put her out on Front Street. Jesus Christ.
Violently touched, whatever. What she mentions in that video is that he's a liar. He keeps lying. He keeps being lying. Fake. That's what she mentions in that video. She does not mention being beat a bunch of times.
Because a woman that's talking about, I want to get him back because he put his hand on me, that's what she would say. Yeah. Not like, no, he's a liar. He's as bad as me. He's as bad as... She said that.
She mentioned that he has like a car or whatever, that he's cheating. So she's just remixing this whole story.
She's lying right now.
Yeah.
And the reason behind that was like, I didn't want anyone else.
Victoria, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to interject here.
Yeah.
So are you saying that you wanted to get him back because even though you're mentioning things that he's done, I'm still a bit hazy on what he actually did to you?
The $50,000 question. What did he do to you? Because if he did something to you, believe that'll be entered as evidence at the nearest constabulary. Proceedings would have been made, would have been had. This would have been an action, a legal action. But somehow, that hasn't happened yet. In this day and age, huh?
That's a good question.
Let me move the mic.
It's a good question. Let's find out.
He'd beaten me up in front of. He'd beating me black and blue. It wasn't just my mouth was swollen. I had blood. My eyes. It was just a.
Let me understand this. So he beat you bloody. Your eyes, your lips, your mouth, everything was fucked up. You called the cops 19 times and he never went to jail.
You call that bombastic side eye.
Is anyone buying this story?
At the time, my mum was still alive, and she was very much, encouraging me to get the law involved. And
Yeah, this girl using dead people is crazy. I'm sorry. It's actually shameless how she just rolls off her tongue.
You know who this girl is?
Who?
This girl is if On My Mama was a person.
On my mama, on my hood,
I look fly. I look good.
I like that song. Shout out to, is it Victoria Monet?
I don't know who that is.
Good song, good song.
like I said, I could be the one to stop that and change that, not realizing, that we don't have the ability to change anyone. We can only change ourselves. Unfortunately, I was.
What a influencer.
fucked
She hit
up,
me
yeah.
with that inspirational quote right in the middle of this speech.
It's not only did somebody get away scotch-free from the offences that they committed, but I
Defenses they committed. Freudian slip. Freudian slip. It should be offenses they committed. She said defenses they committed. Never take this girl seriously. Anybody in her vicinity. Don't believe a word she says. She will lie, she will cheat, she will steal to pay her bills. Proceed.
ended up, having a criminal record because of it.
Yeah. Think. That's the first time I see someone say, I had a criminal record because of it. And you know what pisses me off? Is that I know victims, real victims. Not a lying whole bag, real victims. And there's some people in the chat right now that are like, oh, women are like that. Women like, it's not women, it's her. Okay, because there are real victims out there and they make them look bad.
Abuse that you've endured is horrible, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I'm so sorry that you went through that. But I think it's very important to kind of think about the repercussions that a charge has. Did you think about that? Because, for example, people that go to prison for are, sometimes they get killed because of the allegations. Number one, taking years off of their life for something that they didn't do, and there's a possibility that they could literally die in prison. Did that thought process go through your mind at all?
Mostly served by men. Emmett Till, anyone?
Listen, this interview might be shot in a weird way, but these questions,
Fire.
they're hitting.
At that time, I'm going to be honest with you, it didn't cross my mind at all. My main thing that was on my mind is keeping myself.
She gonna mention
You
her
said
kid.
you wanted to take him to the cleaners.
No, she said she about to mention her kid again.
I want
Safe and keeping my son safe and making sure that, I don't fall victim to this abuser again.
No, she wanted to take revenge on him because he was consistently getting away with said behavior. She said she wanted to make an example out of him and make him think twice if ever he gets into a relationship with another woman. That's exactly what she said. I may be paraphrasing, but that is the gist. Victoria Everest is dangerous. The most conniving, dangerous of women out there. She'll do whatever and to whoever it takes to get to her decided ends.
And that the person in that video that was speaking is merely just a shell of the person I am today.
See, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a pro tip at home. If you're gonna apologize to someone and you're sorry about something, don't say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, but I'm different today, I'm not that person. Or, I was going through some really tough circumstances. Like, if you go from apologizing for the wrong you did and then immediately start justifying it or start putting some PR spin for yourself, your apologies falls flat. It doesn't feel like you're being accountable. It feels like you're just saying what's necessary to all the afterwards do everything to make your PR spin look good. You gotta let it sit sometimes. You gotta be like, I fucked up. There's no excuse. Just shut the fuck up afterwards. And just sit there.
Well, that's under the pretext that she's trying to apologize. She's
I'm talking to the viewers. Okay. That's for the people.
Because she's not trying to apologize.
Because sometimes good people.
No, because women As the one and only Godfather said himself. Accountability is like kryptonite to a woman. Living proof.
Try to apologize
Sure.
and they don't know why
Yeah,
their apology is not being accepted.
yeah.
And it's because right after saying you're sorry for what you did, then you're doing PR for yourself
Yeah,
again.
yeah. But
but you did that to me.
Yeah, I just want to make clear out there, okay? Because you made that clear, and that's great. That's wonderful. She's not trying to apologize. Just to be clear between me and y'all, she's not trying to apologize. She's trying to justify. You got the black woman in you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah,
it's just missing a little.
You sang it for the Lord.
Sang it.
You sang for the Lord. That's exactly.
Sang it for the.
Instead of accountability, it's just justification. That's the translation to a woman. Be accountable. No, I'm going to justify. Be accountable. No, I'm going to justify.
Lord.
Absolutely having preach. Yeah, Victoria Everest is not one to be trusted ever. But let me just show you something here, ladies and gentlemen. One, now that we have a little time, about her juice cleanse. This is something I just had a look at recently. Where are we at here? Hang on, let me just do this. Bang. And Coach Colton. Do like and subscribe, Coach Colton. He's doing wonderful things in the YouTube streets. Really great videos about fitness and the fitness industry, and literally how it's caving in on itself. And here we are. I knew I'd find it. Wellness coach just speedran career destruction. Right here by Coach Colton.
This influencer ruined a man's life by lying and got caught red-handed. This is one of the most vile and disgusting things that a person can do in the world, in my personal opinion. Not only does it minimize what other women have had happen to them, but it also puts an innocent man at risk, even though he did nothing wrong. Men that have genuinely no issues are now going to have a skewed record for the rest of their life. That
If you don't know the story of this gentleman, I forget his name, but he was once a star running back who was on his way to the NFL, was falsely accused by a woman of rape, and it was only confessed to some years later. And he had to do, I think, about 5 to 7 years in jail until he could clear his name. Where they had a sting operation where said woman confessed to the fact that he never even touched said woman. We'll get back to him.
record will stay with them whenever they try to apply for jobs, do anything related to having a background check done. Even if it is completely proven non-guilty, it's still a statement on the record. So who is this influencer and what exactly happened? Victoria Everest Ekong, I actually think that's her name, is a regenerative health coach. But let me pull you out of the matrix here for a second. She's a scam artist. She posts about her own transformation often, claiming that she left the corporate world behind to help black women everywhere reclaim their health. Convenient matrix here for a second. She's a scam artist. She posts about her own transformation often, claiming that she left the corporate
Stop. One last time.
her own transformation often, claiming that she left.
You recognize that gentleman? That's the one she scammed out of his creations, falsifying documents, impersonating him, so that all funds from said juice cleanse program went to her and not to him. And all it took was a bit of leg, a bit of T, and a bit of A to boost the program's funds and get people on board and take what this man's knowledge was and make it her own. Misrepresentation, anyone?
Left the corporate world behind to help black women everywhere reclaim their health. Conveniently, she turns all of the comments off on her post, which you'll find out why soon. But first, as you can see, she makes her money selling detox masterclasses, which when you hear the word detox, you should absolutely run in the other direction because there's nothing of value that is in whatever there is to be offered. Then she has a juice fasting challenge. Sounds real fit. Another massive red flag for any qualified health coach to be pitching to you. Let me explain, because this is like so genuinely important for everyone out there, because there is a lot of people who fall into the marketing and hype of these certain things. First, your body already detoxes itself. The entire premise of detoxing, flushing out toxins through juices, teas, and other supplements and dietary habits, ignores basic human physiology. You already have the two highest performing detox systems in the entire world within you, your liver and your kidneys. They process to eliminate metabolic waste products and environmental toxins every single second of every single day, 24/7 for your entire life. No shake, smoothie, lifestyle habit can actually speed those up. There's nothing that can put those organs beyond what they're already capable of doing, and there's nothing that just like installs a mechanism that exchanges them in a sense, right? There's no like, I'm gonna take this tea and it's gonna grow an artificial kidney that doubles the filtering powder. That doesn't happen. And there's no, oh my God, there's no such thing as toxins in the way that the marketplace describes them. When a detox program talks about removing toxins from your body, they're almost explicitly never discussing what those exact toxins are and measuring them in any quantifiable sense. It's vague by design because it makes it sound like there's a massive problem and it's unsolvable, but they have the one and only key. If you can't define toxins and you can't define the quantity of which is actually unhealthy for you, you ultimately don't know what you're doing. Real medicine deals with specific compounds: lead, alcohol, acetaminophen overdoses, these kinds of things. In real detox, the stuff that's done in hospitals is not just some kitchen celery juice. It is truly putting you on machines to thereby replace the function of those organs I was just talking about. The effects of these juice cleanses and other detoxes too, I mean, the reason that people see progress in it is because ultimately, one, placebo. I mean, let's be fucking for real. A lot of bitches are going to believe whatever they want to believe. But two,
Especially when they come in, the package she does. Continue.
the dehydration and calorie restriction that comes from these things is insane. Most of these detoxes involve cutting out certain food groups, cutting out food altogether, leading to temporary weight loss, and even restricting water, which leads to dehydration or potentially glycogen reduction, which is by way of nature going to reduce weight but not reduce fat. And there is
So basically, he's saying that your just literal water intake, fruits and veg, of course, but literal water intake and the use of your liver and your kidneys should be able to detoxify your intestinal tract. But not according to Ms. Everest. And you know her track record already, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? Let's continue.
absolutely, out of all of the decades and decades of research done on humans, there has never been evidence that detox programs remove toxins, accelerate liver function, or improve long-term health, or actually get rid of things like heavy metals and plastics and PFOAs. Detox coaching is a pseudoscience wrapped up in tremendous marketing that makes people feel like they have problems. It gives them problems, and then it sells them the solution to those problems. It promises control for people who feel lost because they are lost, but it captures them in their buying process when they're already seeking for a solution. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the only thing being cleansed truly is these motherfuckers and their wallets.
That is the key, ladies and gentlemen. That's the one thing they want to detoxify: your wallet.
I can't stress enough how this shit will do absolutely nothing for you. It is aesthetic. It's girly pop. It's cutesy bullshit that has an outstanding marketing to a specific demographic of women who feel pain, yes, but think that this is the solution. And typically that pain is solved through very easy fundamental work. It's hard work. So looking for the easiest route is sometimes the most attractive option, even if it costs more, of course. Stuff.
Now remember, this is. I see it in gyms all the time. Less and less these days. Let me say this, but less and less these days. But for the most part, I mean, men realize that if they're gonna get big and strong, they have to sacrifice. Women realize that a little nip here, a little tuck there, a little filler here, a little Botox there, a little you know ass plasty here, a little boob job there, and a little liposuction here and there. Things can be rectified. But no one wants to go through hard work, and indeed, it is the case. It's the path of least resistance that really cater to female consumers.
Like this. Like, do you seriously think her addressing water is what gave her that body? Like, gave her energy? I don't know about you, but I look pretty great. I don't know if you have hopped over to my Instagram at any time, but like, I'm pretty much 24/7 shredded to the bone. I have a six-pack all the time. I feel phenomenal. Like, I work endlessly and produce lots of good things in this world, I think. And like, I basically exclusively drink tap water. Good old Floridian tap water. Am I going schizophrenic because of it? Maybe. But here's one thing for sure. I've never considered a juice cleanse in my entire life. But I digress. Not too long ago, she claimed that a man had R-worded her for YouTube's performance. We just need to say R-word. Earlier this year. Basically immediately arrested without any information at all. One of his friends knew something was fishy. He knew something was up and went undercover to record her talking about the situation. Now recently, Goob2 on Instagram, a guy well known for his debunking of fitness myths, calling out people using Photoshop, and much, much more, he posted this clip, the same exact clip that his friend captured of her talking about what was going on. So let's check this out.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before there's Aberrant Priest, there is Goob. And he helped expose Victoria Everest for what she was. A supervillain with a modest arc. Because her dad left her, and she had to endure abuse that is yet to be founded.
Pretty much fucking grifter and scammer in the health and fitness world. She was just caught on tape talking about her recent rape allegation. I'll let the tape play.
Fair enough, but it's a fake charge. So what do you want from that?
So what? The guy lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine. That's all. Let him continue lying for a living.
Remember, this is not the first time she's done this. This is 5 years old.
What he does, he spins stories and sells dreams for a living. End of. So when a story spun onto him, let him swallow that pill.
But wow, that is her casually talking about ruining a man's life. Let's listen to the rest.
You've done for 5 years hurting men, you enjoy it, and you're going to keep going. But the energy that you're putting into that, you could triple your income.
Again, the man who's filming this video is the real hero. He's the real hero. He is the real American hero. Well, British hero. Not G.I. Joe, but, you get it. You get what I'm talking about. Corporal Joe.
You're doing other things, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. Two, in all reality, you're killing yourself with a fake charge. Can I tell you where? You're gonna have to put in energy to get a fake rape charge across. But if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you, and it'll be obviously they'll have medical.
I've done all this. There's evidence. I've given him my clothes. He banged with it. Like we had sex, and he's denying that he was even there.
How can you do that if you got arrested in your house?
No, so one was for an occasion where he left.
Yeah.
The other time he was there, but he claimed that we didn't have sex, but there was evidence to say that we had.
Alright, cool.
Consensual sex, mind you. Consensual. It was
You can.
I don't care. I want to take him to the cleaners, babe.
Yeah, but this is what I thought about. This is what I was thinking. I thought about him.
Because I know I hate him because he's so much like me that it annoys me.
But Victoria, listen to me carefully, yeah? Your skill is that you can detect a victim you want and rape them. That's what you do. You enjoy doing it. Rape charge doesn't mean you've got a victim involved.
No, it doesn't.
It just means
I've just got one over. That's all.
Yeah, but it means you got desperate that you weren't able to hurt him. You pulled a.
She just got one over. That's enough for her.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's still gonna hurt him. He hates that. And the thing is, he's gonna go out, continuing to fuck up girls' lives, yeah? With an assault charge, rape charge. He'll think twice about what he does next time when he meets the next girl.
Yeah, fair
He'll
enough.
think
But
twice
it's
about
a fake charge. So what do you want from that though?
So what? The guy lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine.
So yeah, she basically admitted that she lied about everything, got this man imprisoned, and made him pay bail because apparently he lies about everything. But when we look at this girl's profile, it's fairly clear to say that the liar is definitely in the place of the one speaking. This is the most despicable, like fucking disgusting behavior that a human being could ever do to somebody. I think.
Did you hear that? Let me wind that back for you. I didn't say this myself. I just wanted you to hear exactly what Coach Colton was saying. Hold on. I just wanted you to get that back. Right around there.
To say that the liar is definitely in the place of the one speaking. This is the most despicable, like fucking disgusting behavior that a human being could ever do to somebody. I think it's the cruelest form of, I don't even understand what it is, revenge, I guess. It's truly disgusting to me. And her saying that she's done all the tricks is sickening because you can tell that she's really contemplated. It's extremely premeditated.
This is premeditated. She should go to jail for this. Jail. There's no difference between this and first-degree murder. No difference. None. She plotted this. She wanted this. She wanted to end this man's clean living life. Yeah, he did get dirty a bit, but all fair in love and love and war. But she thought of every plan to trip this man up. And she did to a certain extent. But shout out to the real hero here, the man who filmed this video.
Tried to think about ways to get this man basically ruined, and did so through great thought and what is even worse to think is maybe through experience, having done these things before, maybe failed in the past. Now, in my personal opinion, some horrible things should be done to people who do this because, like I said, it devalues the actual events that happen to women who are real victims, and it makes them have to seek more evidence, which is, I don't know if you can consider that, but having to seek evidence for what happens to you in a very, very, very private manner, it's despicable to even think about. And it's people like this that really condemn those individuals to have such a hard time trying to seek justice and get what they deserve out of a situation that should have never happened. But just
false accusations. Well, let me let you read the headline, because this happens, ladies and gentlemen. False accusations lead to a man's death. Emmett Till, anyone?
should have never happened. But just for the shits and giggles, let's look through some of the content that she's posted and see how legitimate anything that she has to sell is, because she said herself, the man lies for a living, he sells dreams to people to make money. Well, let's take a look at what dreams you're selling.
This is exactly how I healed my skin through my nutrition, from this to it now looking like this. I was consistently going to dermatologists and trying to find out a medical way to heal my skin. I spent thousands of pounds on medical appointments, antibiotics, steroid creams, and topical agents. I even tried chemical pills, which only made things worse. Doctors told me it was just acne, only to find out I had hundreds of parasites living in my gut. So I ended up taking matters into my own hands and going into an extensive juice fast to detox my body.
She took from another man. Remember, this is not hers. Let's go.
I eliminated processed sugar, starch, yeast, coffee, and all acidic foods. And after my fasting and detox period, I transitioned into an alkaline, whole foods lifestyle. I'm now intaking sea moss daily, as well as omega-3 and collagen, specifically aimed for skin health.
She healed her skin apparently, and what she did is essentially, she said, you're not reacting to skincare. All you need to do is fasting, juice fasting. It gave her a full body reset, no digestion, just deep elimination, and my skin is glowing. This is absolute malarkey. It is complete horseradish. It is bullshit. It is a nothing burger in the face of everything that there is. What's really actually happening here is that somebody goes from eating a poor diet that is not good, processed foods, you name it, to eating whole foods and less processed bullshit. This is going to happen when basically any diet is adopted that's not consuming copious amounts of bullshit, and especially triglycerides in the diet. It's also a part of what happens when, I don't know, you start to do skincare, right? And I think this is something that a lot of people forget about. She's talking about doing skincare, and yeah, her skin gets dry and all of this, but like that is the effect that you're looking for, because it turns over cells, creating a new skin layer essentially that you can now take care of and thrive. And so most of the time, what I have seen privately within this industry, because I am in this industry deep and talk to a lot of people, basically what people will do is they will enrich the opportunity to get acne, and to sell a program, holistic programs, they'll go get a bunch of facial treatments, resurfacing, laser resurfacing, things like this, and then post about these transformative results as a way to promote their programming, their
Get that? It's somebody else's skincare routine that she has adopted, co-opted, to try to scam people out of money. Oh yes, this is the villain we've been waiting for.
thing, their vehicle to your health and fitness. It's complete bullshit. Then she says, number one reason I haven't drank, she says drunk, plain water in 2 years. This is the most ChatGPT description I have ever seen in my entire life. When I tested my blood